Morning to everyone. I'm the name of Emiro Kaberuka, and today I'm going to share about building resilient entrepreneur in ecosystem transitioning economy between two countries. Those countries are Rwanda and Kenya. So the subtitle of this topic is about a policy advocacy. A demonstrate strategy for sustainable job creation. As well, my mission is about job creation because I'm a youth. So I decided to go with this mission, which is job creation, regarding to my colleague, where they are jobless. So, and I decided to go with mission of job creation through a young youth. So, and the model as well is growing entrepreneurship and transitioning economy. So, guys, I give you a warm welcome to this presentation, and then we discuss more about this economy transitioning in this country, which is Rwanda and Kenya. So you are most welcome again. So starting to understanding transitioning economy. This is a country economy that is changing from being controlled by government, which is a planned economy, and being controlled by a market where business and citizen or people, they are most taking a decision to this transitioning economy. Here there is a futures and common for this. The first one is a weak institution. The second one is a limited access to finance. So these features, which is a common to this transitioning economy, where there is a weak institution, a limited access to finance, a high informality, low investors' confidence, where human they are not having a capital to invest. So these most common features. And what government are supposed to do is like to create a neighboring environment where business and people, they are going to invest, they are going to involve in those economy. So also there is reform, regulation, and reduce bureaus. This where government, they are going to reduce the strict when the business they are going to register. So government, they are going to put a lower strict, and then business they are going to register. Also provide infrastructure and education. Government they have to start up hubs and other programs which they are going to help people to create a jobs to involve the market through using those education they are getting. Also, when the infrastructure they are enough. So here there is a balancing short term and long term. So for short term, we are having emergency grant and subsidies. So this government where they are going to put subsidies the time the market is not going well, government will put subsidies like when the people, citizens, they are having a like low income or what they can use in their every day. So government they have to put subsidies. Also simplify business registration. As I mentioned before, government they have to reduce the rules, the strict rules. So many business are registered. Access to microfinance. Government they have to put or support microfinance. So here there is long-term support. As I mentioned, the word education is the key foundation for a market to be going well. So government they have to put, even if it's not government, also people, so they have to be educated. So as well as infrastructure investment, so we have to be like having investment in the infrastructures. So here there is challenges if there is no policy or measures to take. So the challenge one is risk of dependence on short-term aids. So as well as we are depending on short-term, no matter what we face, the risk, of course, need for first transitioning to sustainable growth, of course. So government, they have to put, even if it's not government, even for people or community, they have to focus mostly on, long-term support. So shifting to case study, which is Rwanda. So we are going to look the policy and program the Rwanda they put. So there is EDP, which is Entrepreneurship Development Policy. This is a policy or program which strengthens entrepreneurship ecosystem. This program they help people, young people who are growing their their business. So this they help them. So there is RD, which is a board usually or registered the coming business. So shifting to outcomes, so improved ease of doing business, as well as growing tech startup, also increased youth participation, as well as we're having this EDP, no matter what youth that are going to participate, because this EDP they help them to register their business. So we are having like a key challenges. So key changes, the first one is like a list of an access to innovation hubs, as well as there is no access of education tool. So there is an equal access to innovation. Also, skills is mismatch. Like if you are having a skills of coding and they are going to do like agriculture, so no matter what, there will not be a production. So we have like 12 a match skills. So shifting to takeaway. So one I can say is like a innovation hub as let it go. So if you are having innovation hub in different rural area, no matter what, youth they are going to develop their skills. Also, policy elements ensure to coherence in implementation. A government they have to put the policy, even if it's not policy, they have to help those youth to access skills. Also, one-stop investment facility to reduce as I mentioned about EDP, which is a program to help entrepreneur and youth which they are going to start their business. So this also will help those they are going to run their business. So shifting to another country, which is Kenya, there is a what we call private sector law. What are private sector law they are doing? There is a KPESA, there is M-PESA. So this is private law which they are performing a great and huge role to develop economy of this country. So donor investment, there is USID, there is a NANJU, which they are performing a great role to develop the economy of this country. So here there is outcomes. The first one is like there will be expand in terms of finance, also grow in the mobile-based business and other sector which will help this country to develop their economy. So there is a key takeaway. The first one is like private dialogue platform shaped better policy. So after getting these aids from donor, no matter what, economy will going well. Also, donor support should have clear existing strategy. So also, if the donor they are coming, they have to have strategies or the follow up. So but also there is a key challenges. The first one is like many people they are going to depend on donors instead of working themselves. They are going to depend on donors. So we have to work instead of depending to donors. Even if the donors they are making a huge jobs, so first we have to work ourselves and then get donors. We have not to rely to the donors, so we have to rely ourselves and then we get donors after. So here there is a stakeholder for these things. The first one is like entrepreneurship, as well as we're having a good entrepreneur, no matter what, are going to have a good economy because those entrepreneurs, those young people, they are going to innovate, they are going to create their jobs. So many people, they are going to work. So no matter what, if we're having entrepreneurs, so we are going to have a great and huge economy. The second one is government. If we're having arrest government, because in Africa we're having a political instability. So if we're having arrest political, so no matter what, those politics they are going to invest, they are going to build infrastructure. So we are going to get a great and way economy. So there is a private sector such as a financial mentorship market. So those are stakeholders which they are going to perform a huge and a greater work to make the economy going well. So there is donors, as I said, NGOs, UNHCR, World Food Program, and other donors, USID, and other donors that are going also to participate in order to make the economy going well. So there is accelerator training in network. So like if we're having a program which they are going to help young people to create their jobs where there is a workshop. So those are the stakeholders which they are going to make the economy going well. There is academic research, talent pipeline, there is diaspora, others. So here there is a lot of stakeholders which they are going to perform a greater work to make the economy going well. So for more information, you can search and then get more stakeholders. So shifting to personal reflection and the mission alignment. So as I said before, my mission is to create sustainable job for young people through entrepreneurship. So Africa is a continent which is like a majority of the people to this continent, they are young and they are depending to the government. And as well as the many countries in Africa, the politics, they are like, they are not political unrest, there is political instability. So, in order to make our continent great in terms of economy, in terms of peace, so I decided to go to this mission, which is a job creation through entrepreneurship. It's the load of entrepreneurship in transitioning economy. There are huge load of entrepreneurship to make or to transitioning this economy. So the first one is like to recover after instabilities, such as those countries which they are having war after the war. So we have to recover the instabilities. We have to recover the infrastructures, economy, and the other stuff. So to stimulate innovation and the competitives. So as well as to create different jobs because of like if we're having those skills, no matter what, are going to innovate more jobs. As well as create employment and reduce poverty. So we are going to reduce the poverty through job creation. So how I can contribute to this, the first one is like to make advocacy to those NGOs, to those donors, to those diaspora, so like to make advocacy. Also, as well as facilitating skills which is matching instead of skills which is unmatched. So, like if those skills are there, no matter what, this entrepreneurship will make transition to this one. So, by more information here, there is a reference and other. So, I just want to say thank you very much and I hope you get something. Thank you, and I wish a good day. Thank you.